No doubt the deep state is pissed off after the firing of the Allen Dulles of JFK-era warmonger clone John Bolton. Similar to the situation in JFK's time, the globalist bankers are not at all pleased by the president's purging of those who incite wars for no other reason than bankster profit. So what did they do? They get their operatives to use drones. And by the way, where do camel jockeys get drones? To strike Saudi oil fields in an attempt to crash the economy and negate all of the president's economic gains. This is why I stated in my prior video on the 15th that the Saudi oil fields was a U.S. strike. This is what they do. They are all thieves, liars, crooks, and traitors, and they eat babies. In my opinion, the president may have put himself in the crosshairs just as JFK did. The only difference is that JFK was too busy with chasing women and fathering illegitimate kids, among whom are Bill Clinton, that he didn't take the time to watch his six. Trump is too smart for that sort of thing. And speaking of bankster crooks, J.P. Morgan was caught and several of its traders arrested for manipulating precious metal markets and screwing small investors in a scheme called spoofing. I'll leave a link below for this one. Many over the last few years, myself among them, have asked themselves the question, how deep does this rabbit hole go? There's a companion question to that one. How many rabbit holes are there? The answer is, it's endless. And like many of us who started on social media, who thought we would be done after Donald Trump won, that the Kevlar Kunt would be ceremoniously arrested and hung for treason by now, find ourselves exposing the interminable litany of what has been exposed by our collective efforts. And what we, with our limited resources, see is just the tip. It's just the tip of an iceberg that reaches unfathomable depths, as deep and as foreboding as the Marianas Trench. It got that way because of our lack of vigilance. Face it, it got that way because we trusted mainstream media to tell us the truth, and because the news was, up until social media, a one-way communication. Now they're trying to close the lid on Pandora's box, trying to put the genie back in the bottle. Good luck with that, assholes. It's not going to happen. The more you hide the truth, the more you validate it as true. When you hide even a crackpot, tinfoil hat dipshit who says the earth is flat, you insult the intelligence of everyone who should be able to listen if they choose, and those with a working brain who run across it to give it a thumbs down and comment on his ignorance and stupidity. And so, logical thinking has proven itself to sometimes be counterintuitive. So is quantum physics. But the proof of a theory about a conspiracy is whether the universe of facts satisfies the theory. Last week, before the Saudi oil fires, the price of gasoline here in New Jersey, where I live, was $2.48 a gallon. Today, the price is $2.35 per gallon. One might question the continued downtrend in gas prices, but remember this. Gas prices typically fall as summer ends, and you get better gas mileage because they don't dilute the fuel with ethanol during this time. People also drive less as summer ends. All of these factors contribute to the decrease in demand and price per gallon. Thanks to President Trump, we are now oil exporters for the first time in many years. We have what we need, and we are exporting what's left. So we can tell the Saudis to turn that crude into Vaseline and rub it on your ass if it came to that. The president can also tap reserves to keep the economy afloat almost indefinitely.
Do you want to release oil reserves to help cushion the oil prices that are rising now?
Well, they haven't risen very much, and we have these strategic oil reserves, which are massive, and we can release a little bit of that. And other countries, including Bahrain, but other countries can be a little bit more generous with the oil, and you'd bring it right down. So, no, that's not a problem. It went up $5, and that is not a problem.
I'll leave a link for this video in the description. By this, we see that the deep state's efforts to burn the economy was anticipated and stopped in its tracks by the diplomatic genius of the president. The cabal's reign of media manipulation is over. Social media is next, with IG Metall on their case on behalf of us here as well. The globalists are the chubby chumps hiding behind the curtain in The Wizard of Oz. We know who they are, and we have exposed them. There is no stopping us. All of us have a part to play. However small that role may be, there is no such thing as an insignificant or unnecessary part in the mechanism called liberty. Do your part, whatever it is you're capable of doing. Every bit rages against the machine of tyranny. A little match thrown into a barn can burn down an entire city. Please subscribe to our backup channels, Whirlwind Revolt, Inglorious Patriots, and Net for Truth USA 2 Patriot channel. You can also find us at Net for Truth USA on BitChute. We fly so close to the target, we're on our 4th fighter jet. We will be relentless truth seekers until the enemies of freedom are defeated. You can support this channel by using the links in the description, but for a $100 donation, I will personally send you a autographed hardcover special edition copy of Land of Childhood's Fears. Also, visit my bookstore at lulu.com/net4truth USA. If you are viewing this video on BitChute, you can use the links in the description to support us, or simply click the green $ dot on our video to support this channel. Thank you. Links are in the description section.